Hey yo, sugar daddy season, boy, we stunning on these hoes. I've been steady scheming, boy, my bread will never fold. Boy, we in that mode, and my neck and wrist so fools. I got the bitch, she in the field, now watch her hit the pole. Sugar daddy season, boy, we stunning on these hoes.
Hey everyone, it's November 2nd. Here's your Sugar Daddy Season live stream. First order of business, to be eligible for the prize, our nightly thing where we give sugar randomly to someone. Now you got to repost the stream and comment. And let me make sure I get the comments up here, Quan, so I can see if anyone's commenting. Make sure you comment during the stream and simply repost the stream. That just perfect, like Knife Capture just did. Good morning, Kara. Thanks for reposting, Lord Crypto. Hey everybody, how's it going? Savvy. So tonight's prize is gonna be just $20 because that South Park coin, fuck it. Look, I really thought, I'm not like a trencher. I don't do this shit where it's like the flavor of the day stuff. I thought maybe, just maybe, this would work. Because, South Park basically gave a layup to the crypto meme community of saying, hey, here's a meme coin idea. Can you fuck with it? And can you show us, kind of prove to us something? And no, we can't. Honestly, I don't touch that stuff anymore. That was a one-time thing. I'm not touching anything anymore. The reason I got into meme coins was not this bullshit where you play hot potato. Because that's what kind of happens with these new coins. It's all about hot potato. And I'm just not, this is just not for me, man. I don't like this anonymous shit where, you don't know who's. Obviously, some people buy up a lot of the coin at the beginning. That's just the way it works. Someone's buying up a lot, and you don't know who it is. If I'm buying a coin now, I think I have them more, good morning. If I'm buying a coin, it's because I believe in the community. I believe that they have a belief and that they have a brand or something like that. And it takes time to do that. And I want to see someone. I want to see people. I don't want to see just a bunch of like random crap where it's just a bunch of screen names and I don't know what's going on. I want to see people like what I'm doing here. Yeah, it just seemed like Ruggy, that South Park thing, right? And I don't know, it's not like it could bounce back. I don't know. I'm just saying it's not for me. And you're right about it. Belief is scarce these days. You know why? Because people believe in stuff that's working. That's what makes people believe. And meme coins aren't working right now. Meme coins suck. But so now is when you can kind of see if people are still sticking with it. And if people are still sticking with it, they'll generally stick out their neck and they'll show up. They will talk. I can't ever pronounce his name. Murad or whatever, he's out there on SPX 6900. He's got that good hair, and he's out there talking about it. He still believes in it. That crew still believes in it. The Giga guys, you don't see them per much. They're working on their fitness line and stuff like that. They've had live events, so they're people. They're not just like hiding behind shit. Even like I talked about this DCA thing, which I'm not sure why I should reach out to them or they should be on. At least they talk. They're a tiny little coin of 700,000 market cap. At least like they show their face. I'm a community. You need to have some people show their face. Not every single person, obviously, but like something. The community's got to have some humans involved. You know what I mean? Otherwise, it's just lame. I'm trying to think what other coins like you really can feel nowadays. There really aren't that many. There really aren't that many. Even like Fartcoin. Who's Fartcoin? Like, who is Fartcoin? I don't have that much of it, and I question why I even own it. I only really own it because I like to butt stuff. Because I'm all about Uranus. You know that, Quan, right? I'm all about Uranus. But at least Uranus, you know who's behind it. You know Jupiter's behind it. They have that one guy going around to Uranus, Missouri. You know, he goes out and talks to people. He makes Uranus jokes. You see what I'm saying? These are the coins I'm buying. It's when they have someone out there talking shit, building a community. Yeah, Liza, we need real supporters. I'm like, fuck this hot potato shit. And you know the problem with the hot potato shit? Is people piss away their money. People piss away their money on the hot potato shit that they could be using to support real communities. And then they get burned out and they go away from meme coins. So I'm just done with it. That was like a one time I tried the hot potato, and maybe some hot potato stuff works. But it's just not for me. And I think at the end of the day, we have to question ourselves, why meme coins? Besides, like, maybe you can make money, right? Because most people just think it as like stupid shit. But here's the thing, and the reason I still believe in it is Bitcoin is basically a meme coin. The XRP is a meme coin. Everything's meme. Okay? So, yeah, yes, Naira, you're right. There's something about my instinct. It's generally pretty good because I'm not that smart. I'm pretty goddamn stupid in so many ways. I made so many stupid mistakes in my life, but my instincts has gotten me pretty far in life. I've generally been able to see things. I've generally been able to see trends and stuff like that. So yes, I make mistakes, like playing hot potato every now and then, but I still think there's something here because people want community. People believe in status symbols. A coin, the collectible, is a status symbol for a community, right? SPX 6900 coins are status symbols for people that believe in SPX 6900. The Giga coin is a status symbol for people that believe in Giga. And so will Sugar Daddy season. If you believe in these things, you will own the coin. And we're going to make it super easy because we have all these membership cards and stuff like that. And I think in general, things will kind of gradually get there on the other coins too. Here's some other things about communities. Yeah, sometimes you need a little bit of an enemy. I hate to say it, but you kind of do. It's kind of fucked up, but humans bond basically beating up on someone else. Bitcoin was about beating up on the nation states and beating up on the central the central banks and stuff, okay? That was, well, Naira, I'm glad you believe in sugar. I don't know if it's a stable meme coin. We are down like 97% from our highs, and we are a meme coin. But, you know, at least we're kind of doing something here. And you're right, Luart. I'm doxxed. You know how I'm a fucking joke in the daily fantasy community because of what's happened in Sugar Daddy season. I was famous there, and everyone kind of makes fun of me. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe we can get this thing back up, and I'm no longer a joke. But I stuck my neck out there, and I'm still sticking my neck out there, and maybe eventually I will have to be forced to quit. But I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. I'm still fighting. And I'm still fighting for sugar, and I'm still fighting for the meme coins I believe in. But I only believe in a few. I only believe in a few. I love meme coins, but I only like a few of them. I'm kind of like a woman. You know, some women that say they love to have sex, but only with like a select guy. Or like, there's only like, they're like very, very, very picky. And you really wonder if they're picky. You really wonder if they're picky. Or you really wonder if they like to have sex. You don't really believe them. It's either one or the other. Either they're kind of prudes on the inside or they're kind of sluts. You don't really know. You don't really think that they're a freak, but they like limit it to just like one or two guys in their entire life. You get what I'm saying? But that's kind of how I'm feeling about meme coins. I'm going to be really freaky, but only a few. I'm going to be freaky about Sugar, of course. I'm going to be freaky about Giga, maybe SPX 6900. And I'm obviously going to be freaky with Uranus. Come on, we all know I'm going to be freaky with Uranus. That's kind of it right now. I'm not saying there isn't any others, but that's really all I'm into. And here's the thing. It doesn't take that much money to move those 3 coins. I'm not talking about me. I'm not going to move them all myself. If money ever comes into meme coins, if they just go into the quality ones, they will move. And you're right, Mora. It is about quality more than quantity. There are millions of meme coins at this point, and we all know they're all trash. Almost all of them are trash. But some of them are actually legitimate communities. And we're going to build one here. And look at what we got here. We got a nice little conversation. This is how we're building our community. We're not going to spread out through all different things. We are going to mainly congregate during the streams. Eventually, we will get bigger, maybe in other places we'll talk to. Right now, we're mainly talking to the streams. And that's fine. We're not that big yet. Again, to be eligible for the stream prize, you got to comment like everyone has been and repost the stream. Repost the stream if you haven't reposted it yet. Because I'm going to run the little giveaway tracker, and it's based on who reposts the stream. So it says who reposts the stream, it chooses one of them, and then I see if you said anything. And that's how we choose the winner. Tuesday is going to be a bowling night, guys. Bowling nights are fun. Bowling nights are bigger prizes, and I'll probably buy some more coins based on what I bowl. I'll give away Sugar based on what I bowl. I'll buy some other coins based on how I bowl. We're just going to have a fun fucking time on Tuesday. Considering all the destruction on the Wang, and right now Solana is going down, so that sucks too. It's still not that great out there. But I'll tell you what, Giga kind of bounced back a little bit today. It's something, Instead of pissing away some of my money on, it went up a little bit. Giga is at, 0.66 cents now instead of under 0.6 cents. Hey, man, it's something. It is something. Where will we be in Ruby? Well, I don't know. I think I'm going to be optimistic. I'm optimistic. Thanks, Ruby. I'm optimistic that our stream will be more and our market cap will be higher. And you know why? Because there's really not a whole lot of people left to sell in our coin. So I don't know. I can't predict anything. And I'm not saying we're going to be really, really high, but we don't really have a whole lot of people selling. But really what we were going to try to focus What we were trying to focus on is building a bigger community, okay? Building a more people talking. We're going to have the website out soon. I think it's ready Tuesday, and we're going to have a housewarming party for Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday will be off the hook. We're going to be going through the website. We're going to have some cocoa. You can have the Irish cocoa, Colombian cocoa, whatever type of cocoa you want. Just basic bitch cocoa. I don't give a care. We'll have a little bit of little cocoa, and it'll be Friday or Saturday night, and we're going to go through the website. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about what we can add, because we're going to make this website better. It's going to be decent at the first, and we're going to keep, thanks to Zai, and we're going to, eventually we're going to have sugar holder members only parts of the website. We're going to have just more parts to it. So, we'll have little games on the website. It's going to be interactive eventually. I'll talk with them on Thursday about that. So we're going to keep pressing on, guys. We're going to keep pressing on. We're going to build a real community. We're not going to do this, F all the little stupid pump and dump shit. Let's save our money. Let's buy memes we actually believe in that are actually trying to get something going. Because eventually, I think it'll work. It'll work, but there won't be that many. And the fact that there aren't that many, the public will be able to tell. Once they get into memes, they will be able to tell. They will be able to tell real communities because they aren't going to be just a dog or a cat and a bunch of anonymous people. They will be actual people talking about the memes that were behind it for a while now, and communities where people actually gather. And they will buy, maybe they have products, like Giga has their fitness products. Pudgy Penguins has their penguins at Walmart or whatever. You get what I'm saying? These are real communities. Obviously, Pudgy Penguins is a real one too. They've kind of gotten eviscerated too lately. All the memes have. But That doesn't mean we can't come back. You're right, because I belief tends to be fading nowadays. You know why? Because the coin price goes down. If the coin price goes down, people believe less. It's just the way it works. And then it goes back up and people believe more. So it's really all about who believes, period. And if you believe, period, and you're able to buy it when it's low, then you get those big 10, 100x gains. That's just the way it works. Because it's easy to believe when it's going straight up. And when it's going straight up, well, you probably missed the bulk of the gains. And you're never going to, and then you get shaken out if they'll, and yeah, you're right. Naira, they start selling due to fear and they get shaken out. Look at Bitcoin. It had like half a dozen minus 80% drops. So it's the people that actually kept believing. That's right. That's our symbol, sugar. Good old-fashioned sugar. Not Splenda. Roll 90s sugar. Back when sugar was like good and, everyone just worried about fat. Like, you could eat as many Twizzlers as you wanted. It was considered healthy back then. That's our vibe. Pure optimism. What are our vibe? We are optimists and we believe in ourselves. And we're authentic. Authentic optimists. That's us. What are we not? Posers and pessimists. Like I said, Bitcoin fought the central banks and shit like that and nation states, blah, blah, blah. We're more social. We don't like the posers and the pessimists. We got enough of that in society. The all-time high was about 68 million. But we were incredibly thin then. Like a few $1,000s moved the coin like a few $1 million. So I don't know. Was it really a real all-time high? I don't know. The liquidity was so thin because it happened like in 3 weeks after our launch. So I think so. Back in the first few weeks, I did spaces, but I didn't do the streams. And it was just kind of weird. I don't really want to talk about the first month or two. It was just kind of a weird time because I was just trying to, we're all trying to figure things out. And it was just kind of weird. I had a crazy personal life and it affected things. Man, I got some stories. Quan's been there. And that's kind of our ace in the hole, isn't it, Quan? Can anyone beat my stories?
This is a mention of the documentary that's supposed to come out here. That was it was a rough 2025 summer. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, look, Charlie Sheen's got better stories than me, but that's about it.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot. Man, I'll tell you one thing. I gotta. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. Some other time I'll go there, but I'll have a few drinks in me. I'm damn near sober right now. I can't go there. I'm too sober to go there. Yeah, global. I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Sometimes we gotta just kid around and joke because that's what a community does, isn't it? Sometimes we gotta just talk about our shit, talk about our personal shit, talk about our feelings. That's what a community is about. Here's the thing, people. Here's the thing. Why are meme coins? What's the real bull thesis for meme coins? And I know some guy that's he has money in sugar, and I think highly of him. He basically says it's a combination of financial nihilism. I'm glad you like it, Extreme Walls. Exactly. It's a combination of financial nihilism and loneliness. Okay? Let's talk about the two. Let's talk about financial nihilism. People, especially the young people, don't feel like they're ever going to be able to make it. They don't feel like they can afford a house. They feel like a lot of them can't feel like they can even get laid. Like they need a big win. And the only way to get a big win is to win some sort of lotto ticket sort of situation. And really the only way to do that is with a meme coin. because the big crypto is already too big. I mean, how much money can you really make at your jobs or traditional assets or whatever? People want that lotto ticket, but they don't want it to be just gambling. They want to feel like they know what they're doing. Okay? They want to feel like they're doing something smart. And that's why a meme coin kind of wins in the financial analysis department. But here's the second part, guys. It's loneliness. People are fucking lonely nowadays. Okay? You say one wrong thing on social media and you're a pariah. You gotta, everyone's so fake. They're so fake. Conversations are so surface. No one cares. People are afraid to talk on the phone. When I was 18 years old, I worked at Papa John's and I answered the phone. Okay? You're right, Guy Clips. All right. Let's talk about when I was 18. I answered the phone at Papa John's, okay? And I was fantastic at answering the phone at Papa John's, okay? I was the best. They don't have that job anymore. People are too afraid to call Papa John's for pizza. Like, people are too afraid to do anything. They only want to use their internet and type it out. They're too scared to talk to you on the phone. Now, I've got some stories from Papa John's. I remember there was this. I'll go there some other time. Probably tipsy. Because, man, I remember one time, it was like there was like this tropical storm and a flood, and like we didn't have any drivers, so we had this like takeout special, but it was cash only because the credit card machine wasn't working. And of course, I forgot to tell people that the credit card machine wasn't working because I was 18. I forgot sometimes. And this one woman called me back and was like, "You didn't tell me that the credit card machine wasn't working. I had to be cash, so I had to leave without pizza." And I basically said, "So what, woman? I don't give a fuck." And then she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "I just don't give a fuck. Sorry, I'm making like $5.50 an hour. I just don't give a fuck." And she goes, "Shame on you. Shame on you." And I'm like, "You know what? Shame on me, bitch." And I hung up. And literally the dude next to me was like, he looked at me like, "I don't know if you're my hero or I don't know if you're crazy." Because he probably wanted to do that in his entire job and he just never did it. But I was a spoiled little 18-year-old kid that didn't really need the job. So I said it. Going back, you don't have those things happen anymore. You know why? Because no one talks on the phone. Everyone's lonely. Everyone's typing on shit. So we want communities. We want communities where we feel something together. Okay? Kind of like church or mosque or synagogue or whatever, right? But people aren't as religious. And if people aren't as religious, then it feels a little fake. And often it's old people, right? It's old people at the places of worship. And who wants to be around a bunch of boomers? You know what I'm saying? Meme coins are kind of real communities where we all care about something. We all want the coin price to go up. Maybe we actually care about the coin and what it believes in, but at least we want the coin price to go up, right? Yeah. It's something we all kind of have a community for. And that's why meme coins can work. Because it's a community that believes in the coin. But to believe in the coin, you got to have people. You can't just have fake, X accounts with a shit ton of fake followers and fake alts and no real anything. Okay? There's very few real meme coin communities out there that are trying. And that's why it's easy for South Park and other places to bash memes and say they're all just a bunch of pump and dump bullshit. Well, we're going to fucking show them, guys. We're going to fucking show them. SPX 6900 will show them. Giga will show them. We're all going to fucking show them. Because we're all going to build something where we have our own set of beliefs and we're going to build those communities around it. Giga is all about testosterone, right? Working out in the gym and shit like that. And who they hate? They hate soy boys, right? They hate the little effeminate wham-whams. We are optimists and we are authentic and we say, fuck it. Deep down, we all want to have a little party and we want to be the man. And that's the way it is. And we love that, like fucking, we were meant to be in a 90s strip club. Not the current ones where it's all kind of like bullshit. but like the fun ones back in the 90s. I was too young, but I've heard stories. Way better back then. And you know, our enemies are the posers and the pessimists. SPX 6900 is kind of like this vague. We all believe in ourselves, and we all are above the corporations and the blah blah blah. You see what I'm saying? We all have our beliefs, and we all understand who are on the other side of our beliefs. And it's possible to be part of multiple communities, and that's fine. You're right, Crypto Side. We got to keep it real. We are keeping it real here at Sugar Daddy Season. We show our face at Sugar Daddy Season. I'm wearing this shirt on purpose. Static X was a band. Wayne Static was the lead singer. He always like kind of had this crazy hair and stuff, right? And he died. He died of a drug overdose. And then I think his wife killed herself. It was real sad. Anyways, they still perform them. They still do some of their old songs, but how do they do the songs without their lead singer? Well, they have some new guy, and no one knows what his name is. They'll never release who he is, and he wears a fake Wayne Static mask. So he's wearing a mask of Wayne Static, and he sings the songs. So he's like, it's like he's pretending to be him, if that makes sense. And I don't know where I'm going with this, but my point is that it's important to be a person. And sometimes a person is so important that the person replacing that person still has to pretend to be that person. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, see my points? Faces matter. Faces matter. That's what matters.
I think somebody said it in the stream. It makes it real. Like if you're questioning or questionable about who the lead singer of Static X is, and he's being a doppelganger, like you're not gonna be a Static X fan, or you're not gonna impress a Static X fan who was there from the beginning. So it makes it real, it makes it authentic.
Yeah, it's like, look, at the end of the day, you know Wayne Static's not there, but they're not gonna act like he's not there. Like the band will never be as good without Wayne Static, and everyone knows that. But they're still gonna jam because they want to jam. It's better than nothing. We all want to hear Push It. One of their best songs. It's not as good as it is when we say it, but at least we can kind of enjoy it. I always said, if I ever die, if you're going to have a new boyfriend, just make him wear a mask at me when he's banging you. You know what I'm saying? That's something I've always said. It's not going to be the same as with me, but whatever. Anyways, it makes it pretty fucking easy when you use these rules about which meme points to believe in. They gotta have people. They gotta have a belief. That eliminates like 99.99% of them. You get what I'm saying? And for these things to work, I don't know when they'll work. They're not working with Solana's dumping like the way it is. Yeesh. Back down to 180. It was like 188 like an hour ago. But at some point we'll have our day in the sun. And when we have that day in the sun, the public gets faces. They understand these things. They will not rush. They're not going to just buy cat and dog and incel shit. They're going to go for the stuff that looks real. They're going to look for the real people, where they have real things and real communities and real talks, where they can feel like they're part of something, where they feel like they're part. People want to feel like they're part of something, okay? That's why people join shit. That's why people will die in a war, because they want to feel like they're part of something bigger. And joining a meme coin community, well, at least you're not going to die in a war. You're not sacrificing yourself. You're just putting up a little bit of money to join a community and to try to accomplish something. And even if that accomplishing something is just hanging out and chit-chatting and talking and hoping a coin goes up, it's something. And as you get bigger, you can accomplish more. Like Pudgy Penguins has their penguins throughout Walmart. You know, they got their little stuffed animals everywhere. And Giga has their fitness line and shit like that. Eventually, Sugar Daddy Season, I want us to have Sugar Daddy Season products, and not done by me, by the way, done by anyone that owns the coin. Totally decentralized. We know you're one of us if you own the coin. If you own the coin, you want to do something with the Sugar Daddy Season name, or you know, act like you're like we'll know if you're a poser or not if you own the coin and you have the membership card. And that's all it comes down to. It. Are you one of us or not? You got the coin? Well, you're one of us. You're not a poser. Really simple. You're right, Amanda. It's fun. It's connection and it's fun. And you know what? You know, you can put $10, $10. You know, you might just win one of these little stream giveaways at $20 and hold it. And all of a sudden, you're in for a ride of a lifetime. It's more fun than just putting your money in some boring investment. You know, buying collectibles are by nature far more fun than boring investments, okay? That's why people like to invest in baseball cards and plastic cars and shit like that. Collectibles are more fun by nature. People invest in art. That's a collectible, okay? Now, meme coins are collectible. They're a digital collectible. But why do they matter? You know, NFTs didn't make it because they're not really art. No one gives a shit about your NFT. But communities are something people care about. Communities, in an age of loneliness, in an age of no comedy, in an age of entertainment kind of like not being where it was, well, you know, our little sugar memes and shit like that, they're fun for you if you own sugar. If you don't own sugar, you probably don't give a shit. But if you own it, it makes it that much more fun. You own the coin, the memes resonate with you. These streams, they're fun for you. You get the community, you get the fun. And hey, maybe the price goes up. If we get more and more people in here, the price goes up. Because our decentralized community becomes a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger community. That's just the way it's going to work. But for that to work, it all comes down to people with faces. With faces. They have to be real. Not just some dude hiding behind a computer, you know, hoping to run a pump and dump. Okay? So, fuck the fan and training shit. Fuck most meme coins. It's pretty obvious which ones are real communities by now. And yes, sometimes there are new ones where they're trying to build a community, and you can just kind of watch them and see along. But there's really no reason to rush into something that's been around for a week or a day. There just isn't the point. Let stuff develop. Let's see what they're doing. But we need to focus on ourselves. What are we going to do here at Sugar Daddy Season? And that's something, a conversation we're going to have over the next month. What are things that are fun? Obviously, we've got me ranting. We're going to have a little bowling stream on Tuesday, okay? On the bowling stream, I'm going to give away what I bowl, just like I did last time. And I'm going to invest in some coins, buy some coins based on what I bowl. And we can say, okay, should I use this money to buy sugar? Should I use this money to buy Giga? Should I use this money to buy Uranus? Stuff like that. Because I'm going to play multiple games. It'll be fun. We'll talk shit. It'll be a good time. It'll be a fun time. Have a beverage. Enjoy the show. Because that's what a Meme Coin community is about. It's about having fun, enjoying the show, and building something together. Yeah, you're right, Amanda. Viewers keep going up. And, we had our best viewership on Saturday, and that was a $20 giveaway. Today is a $20 giveaway, too. Tuesday will be bigger because I'm going to bowl at least 100. So Tuesday's stream will hopefully be even bigger. It's going to be at least a $100 giveaway. Because if I bowl less than 100, I'm not going to talk about it. I am giving away at least $100 because I'm going to bowl at least 100. I bowled a 127 last time, and I was pretty damn ashamed of myself. I think I can beat it. Okay? So hopefully I'm giving away at least $127 of sugar on Tuesday. You're right, Amanda. You know, DGens, they just don't ever learn. You know, some coins they just don't move that much. Our coin doesn't move that much. Giga doesn't even really move that much. SPX 69. I mean, a lot of these coins have been moving down because everything's been going down. But someday, when things turn, they will go up fast, and it won't be bullshit. It won't be bullshit move up fast like the flavor of the day stuff is. We got any other questions I haven't addressed, Quan, or I think we can wait till Tuesday?
That's it. We're excited about the bowling stream again.
Okay. And again, to be eligible for tonight's full giveaway and for any other giveaway, you know, make sure you commented during the stream and reposted the stream. That's how we're doing from now on. And I'll run the little giveaway thing like 5-10 minutes after the stream ends. Hope everyone has a great week, and we'll see y'all Tuesday. I think we're going to be doing it at 9 p.m. Eastern. Quan. I don't know. Actually, let's just do 10 p.m. Eastern. All right, we're going to do 10 p.m. Eastern. I got some shit on Tuesday. We'll do 10 p.m. Eastern. So kind of the same time we started the stream tonight, a little bit later. Bowling. Fun time. See y'all then.